Valentines here. Valentine's Day is only a couple days away, so all of these recipes are super easy to make and don't take a lot of prep work, but they do look impressive when they're plated. So I hope you are inspired by today's video. Whether you're cooking for your husband, your boyfriend, or a group of girlfriends, these recipes are super fun and I hope you enjoy. In fact, they can even work if you're cooking for little ones. I do have a special drink, but we don't drink alcohol around here, so it looks fancy, but it's actually just different. It's a sparkling juice. On the menu today is breaded chicken, lemon garlic pappardelle, a spinach strawberry feta salad with candied pecans, and buttered asparagus. And then for dessert, we're gonna make some cute little heart-shaped cakes that have fresh raspberries and Swiss buttercream and lots of yummy things. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get cooking. All right, so we're gonna start off with our chicken. I have 3 big chicken breasts here, and we're just gonna go ahead and cut them the long way so that they're still big pieces but not quite as thick. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that. I'll probably cut each one, well, maybe once or twice. So then you have, some of them are gonna be really nice and big. There will be a couple smaller pieces because obviously it's not a square chunk, but the main thing is just that they're not too thick so that they fry better. All cut up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dip it, and I have all my little dishes here with that. So first we're gonna dip it in the egg, and then I have a flour mixture here. I just have a cup of flour, and then I put in some salt, pepper, paprika, and crushed dried basil. And then we have butter, just melted butter. We'll dip it in that next, and then you can use whatever. I know a lot of times you would use breadcrumbs. I prefer to crush up crackers because I love how much flavor that adds, and also I feel like it gets it crispier. So I had a mixed, I don't have the container anymore. I just had, it's mixed crackers, all different kinds. I love to use Ritz, but I didn't have any on hand. So we're just gonna dip it in that. So eggs, flour, butter, and then crackers. And then the last step will be just to fry it. And I'll use some avocado oil. You can obviously use whatever oils you have, but avocado oil does have a really high tolerance. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, temperature that you can cook it at. Let's start dipping this stuff. This is the messy, but what makes it so tasty part. Taking a tiny break to heat up some water for the pasta a while, so I'll just turn that on high and keep working on my chicken. Multitasking in the kitchen like normal. So while I'm waiting on the chicken, I'm just gonna go ahead and wash this spinach. Oh goodness, who else is ready for all the fresh things from the garden? I'm so ready for that. But we're just gonna rinse that, and then I'm gonna pop back over to the chicken again before assembling the salad. I put my chicken in a roaster and then put it in the oven to keep it warm until I was ready to eat, because I still had quite a bit of work to do before we were going to eat. However, I would probably put these on a cookie sheet for the last little bit if it's going to be a good while, because it might get a little soft. Now we're chopping up some onions for the pasta sauce. I totally just kind of threw this together. I loved it. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. I put in about 3/4 of an onion, and then I did 2 garlic cloves, and then we're going to do the zest from 1 lemon. I had a pretty big lemon, so I didn't use quite the whole thing, but then we're going to add a bunch of cream.
No, it's not whipping cream, although it looks like it. This is cream that we separated here on the farm, so it's pretty thick, but I promise it's just cream.
Okay, the pasta water is ready. So this is the kind of pasta that I'm using. It's the Good and Gather brand. I'm just gonna put that in here, get that boiling, and we'll keep working on our sauce. We've got our pasta cooking, we got the sauce going, chicken's done, so I'm going to start with the asparagus now. Actually, let me grab a knife. So I like to just cut the ends off of the asparagus because that's usually pretty tough. And then I'm just going to put these on the sheet pan here. This is super easy, but I feel like it has enough flavor just in itself. So we are going to go ahead and drizzle some olive oil on here, and then I have some Parmesan, salt, and pepper that I'm going to put on. Obviously, you can put whatever spices on that you want, but that's what I'm putting on, and then we're going to go ahead and roast it at 425 for, I'll just keep an eye on it, probably 15-ish minutes. Kind of massage that in. All right, and they're ready for the oven.
Okay, now back to our spinach. And we're gonna just put that on some plates. Gonna top it with some fresh sliced strawberries. Love how this tastes like summer. And then we'll top it with some candied pecans and feta cheese. I didn't film a salad dressing, but I would recommend probably a poppy seed. Then we're going to move on to our pasta, which is now cooked, and we'll strain that before mixing in the sauce. And I did have this sauce cooking this whole time, simmering, so it was thick because of all the cream. I did not add any cornstarch or flour, but if your cream is thinner, you might want to add a little bit of flour or cornstarch to thicken it. And then I'm also adding some fresh onion greens, and then we're going to move on to dessert. So I have this great big heart cookie cutter that I'm using, and we're just gonna cut the cake with that. Now, the cake I baked the day before, so it was cool and ready. I'll put the recipe down below. It's actually a white chocolate cake, so it's so good with the raspberries, and I love how just fun it is to do heart shapes for Valentine's. So I'm gonna cut that out, and we'll put that on plates. As a really easy but fun kind of way to up your dish, I love to drizzle some chocolate on the bottom. It just gives it a leveled up look. And then we're gonna cut our cake in half. Ta-da! I love that. Okay, I don't have a fancy icing bag, so I just take a Ziploc bag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and snip like one of the corners off. Not too big of a hole, but this just compromises as an icing bag. And then I'll kind of outline my heart shape on the bottom half so that we can put raspberry jelly on the inside and it doesn't go everywhere. Can't wait to try this. So tasty. Obviously, you could use whatever kind of jelly you wanted in here, depending on what you like, but we love raspberries, so. Anyways, I'm gonna top this with the other half, and then I just kind of made roses, but if you're a cake decorator, don't look too close, because I don't really know what I'm doing. And then I just garnished with a little bit of fresh raspberries on the side. I really wished I had a mint sprig. It would be so pretty, but I just put a little rose on the side, and I thought I was done, and then I was like, you know what? We should definitely put some icing sugar on it. So that's what we did, and it's beautiful. Okay, now I'm setting the table in the living room. I got this idea from someone else and I thought, that's so brilliant. It definitely makes it feel special. It's so cozy to do. It would be even more cozy if we had a fireplace in our living room, but I just loved it. Set it all pretty. I put my roses on there and then went to plate the food. So first I'm doing a layer of the pasta, pappardelle, and then the chicken, the asparagus on the side. So much about a meal feeling fancy is how you plate it. So that's the fun part. That's my favorite. I just chopped up the chicken and then I'm putting some fresh parsley. I would add fresh herbs to anything. Really helps make it feel, I don't know, just fresh and special. Bring that over and light some candles, get a good mood atmosphere going here. And the drink you see there is non-alcoholic for those of you that are concerned. We don't drink alcohol, but it's fun. This was a sparkling, it's mixed juices actually. Gonna pour some of that and then I'm gonna call my husband in.
Today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. If you try any of these recipes, let me know. Tag me on Instagram or comment below. I would love to see how it turns out for you. Happy Valentine's Day, friends. I hope you have an amazing day celebrating those that you love. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.